Hello there. I hope you're doing okay today. And I wanted to make a short video because I actually have a healing session coming up. And I come here every week. I was just talking with a girlfriend the other day about being single, and something that I take very seriously is getting touched in a healthy way each week. And through the years, this has been different modalities and different avenues that I use. But I thought I'd share some of my different alternative, I don't like to use the word alternative because I don't want the video to get canceled off the internet, but my different ways of living that helps me reduce suffering. So a lot of times we have our own ways of suffering. Every person has suffering. The human condition is that. And I think what we're here to do is kind of learn through challenges and create our own path of understanding how we can reduce our own suffering. And that's kind of like the practice of yoga, is looking at ourselves and saying, why am I suffering? Well, for me, my love language, one of the many love languages, number one is cupcakes. Number two is physical touch. And because I yearn to be touched, I have always been, like earlier in my youth, I was very promiscuous, and I didn't necessarily grow up in a family like hugging and nurturing and all that stuff. It wasn't how we were raised. That wasn't the thing. So I, in my 20s, learned about massage. I went to massage school when I was in Hawaii, and I learned about the benefits of touch. So I get that done regularly. And another thing that's really helped me to reduce the amount of suffering for me is exploring a different type of lifestyle. What does that mean? Well, I've moved a lot in my life. Through the Navy, I've got to experience going to probably 20 different countries and seeing different people and how they live, and watching documentaries of how people live. Here's a fun documentary. If you haven't seen this documentary, or even if you have watched it, I highly recommend the documentary called Happy. Yep, that's the title, Happy, because it talks about the science of happiness. And a lot of places around the world have way less material affluence than we do, but they're happy because of their lifestyle. And I became fascinated in learning about this. And in our culture, we have somehow subconsciously, I think, been programmed to think that having XYZ, well, we're following the right checklist. I have this check, I have this check, okay, I have this check, and then we think that that's the way. Well, in that documentary called Happy, I highly recommend it, it talks about different cultures. And so when I got out of the Navy, I gave myself permission to live an alternative way. I sold my home. I got this voice in my head. It said, sell your house now. So I sold my house, and then I gave away probably 90% of everything I had. I gave it all away on the sidewalk in my neighborhood. Even my kitchen utensils, like everything in my kitchen, my juicers, my blenders, like all of my big, nice kitchen stuff. I sent out some Facebook posts and gave it away to people in my community. And so that reduced me having to sell it, and it was just a big stress ball that I didn't have to deal with. So I took off on this journey of a different lifestyle. Now, was this easy? Absolutely not. But, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend this extreme to anybody else, but it's just what I did. And I went on a journey of just experiencing different ways of living. And what I found are things that make me happy. What I would like for you to explore after just hearing this message is, what things do you love to do? And what things do you despise doing? And the reason I got rid of my house is because I had looked at, so I always carry a notebook with me everywhere. And I always take all the stuff in my head and I put it in a notebook, and I always just write it down to clear my head. And one day I was still in the Navy. Wait, was I in the Navy at the time? I can't remember. I think I was. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyways, I wrote all the stuff out of my head onto paper. And guess what? All of those things were about my house. all the things in my head were about dealing with my house, the roof, the gutters, the yard mow, like so many things. I had a house, it was only 1,200 square feet, but that house was too much for me to deal with. I was single. I had all these projects and things to do, and I didn't want to do it. And I decided I did not want to do that stuff. So, well, what do? You sell your house. You get rid of the things that you don't like. And I decided, well, what do I love? Every time I came back from camping, I was sad because I wanted to be camping. So I decided to live in my camper for a while and figure things out and go adventure. And was it easy? Zero. Zero of it was easy. Okay? There's no magic potion that's going to make life easy for any of us. No magic potion, no magic pill, no magic yellow brick road to make anything easy. But the journey of a lifetime is exploring and going for random things and deciding if you like it or not. That's the magic potion of reducing suffering, because you can look back and say, you know what? I tried it. I'm trying to stay in the video. You can just try it all. Writing and trying. Magic potion to reducing suffering. Writing and trying. What do you want to do? Writing it down. What are you done doing? Write it down. The reason I write it down, no one else wants to listen to me talk about it sometimes. I can't pay enough people in the world to listen to what's in my head, so I have to write it down. And when you write things out, it helps you to reduce the suffering of the monkey mind. Our mind creates the suffering. And when we create a lifestyle of asking for help, for me, I pay healers to help me. I pay energy healers, chiropractors, colon therapists, massage therapists, body workers. I pay all these people to help me physically, mentally, emotionally. And then this is the magic bullet of life. It's called a writing practice. So writing things down will literally save your life, because you will figure out all the answers by writing and learning about what's causing you suffering. And for me, it was my house back in the time. Like at that point in time, my house was causing me all my problems. I got rid of it. And then I created a bunch of new problems. But I think that it's really cool to let go, create new things, understand yourself, go through challenges. And that's just the roller coaster of life. There's no magic thing. All right, this has been a little rambly. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that you got something from this message, because no one has anything figured out. If you're watching this video and you think that somebody else in life has life figured out, they don't. So I hope that takes a little pressure off the shoulders and let you know that whatever you're going through is exactly the lesson and the thing that you're supposed to be learning at the moment. And it's not always easy. I'm sending you a lot of compassion, and I hope you have a really nice rest of your day. See you in the next video.